Good morning, Dreamhouse Nation. James Lewis of TDH. Joining us today from Monster Jam is Son-Uva Digger, Ryan Anderson. Ryan, thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, man, thanks for having me.
Excellent. Before we get to the interview, I'm going to do our listeners' favorite thing. I'm going to give out our email address, which is dreamhousenation@gmail.com. That's dreamhousenation@gmail.com, and they know what that means to write in because they can win some prizes to Monster Jam. And the best Monster Jam experience, of course, is the stadium experience, February 4th and 5th, Indianapolis, Indiana, Lucas Oil Stadium. I know why I'm excited. Why are you excited, Ryan?
Well, I mean, obviously, Indy has all kinds of motorsports in the whole city, so that just gets me excited in general. Lucas Oil is sponsoring the stadium. They have all the cool motorsports displays in the stadium, so I love that. Lucas Oil is a big partner of ours as well. So all those things combined with the fans in Indianapolis are just over the top. They go wild. Every time we get in that place, we go out there and do our thing. We're skying our Monster Jam trucks out, doing crazy tricks and backflips and crashes, and the place just erupts every time. So the hype of the crowd gets us going, and nowhere does it better than Indy. So to me, the motorsports, that's just runs through the veins of that city, plus the fans are just over the top insane. So, I mean, you can't get any better.
Awesome. What is your favorite part of a Monster Jam event?
So in our shows, we have 3 different events, 3 different competitions. So the first one is racing. So we go through a bracket style competition, and it gets down to the fastest 2 in the final round, and then that person wins the racing competition. Then we have our skills competition, which is essentially a best trick. So we're balancing these trucks on 2 wheels, dancing them around like ballerinas. It's really insane what we do with them. And those 2 competitions are awesome. But without a doubt, my favorite is the last competition of the 3. It's called Monster Jam Freestyle. And that is where we get 2 minutes. Everybody gets back, get off the track, and we get to strut our stuff and go as crazy as we can. So that's my all-time favorite. The other 2 competitions, honestly, for me, they warm me up. They get me going to get ready for freestyle. Freestyle is when you see all the big air, the crazy tricks, the crazy crashes, backflips, all the good stuff happens in Monster Jam Freestyle. And in those 2 minutes, man, it is just, I don't even know how to explain it. It's you have to see it live to understand. And I can promise you, I have my Son-Uva Digger truck ready to go, and the Grave Digger truck, we are a team together. Those 2 trucks are ready to absolutely demolish the track this weekend.
That is awesome. I agree with you. It is one of those things you definitely need to experience in person. And I've experienced it both ways. I've experienced the arena and I've experienced the stadium show. No offense to the arena show, because the arena show is great. It's its own thing. But what is the difference between that and the stadium show?
Well, the first and foremost is obviously the size difference. So arena would be like a hockey arena or a baseball stadium, a baseball arena. No, I'm sorry, a basketball. So they're very small. So that basically turns the switch to go very technical with the trucks. So you see a lot more balancing tricks and a lot more stuff like you see in our skills competition. But the stadiums, like Lucas Oil Stadium, is like amazing example because it's one of the most beautiful stadiums in the world. Is the floor size. We're talking big football sized field. So that means that the amount of dirt we bring in is 4 times, 5 times as much. The size of the ramps are times 10, and we have backflip ramps scattered all through the place. It's just the floor size is the main thing. I mean, it's so much bigger. So then that means we can get you can go so much faster, way bigger air, way crazier tricks, all that stuff. It just opens it up. That these Monster Jam trucks love that size of a stadium. So it's like the epitome of that's the thing. That's top notch event is right there in the stadium. So the arena series is fun. The kids love it absolutely. But if you come to a stadium, I can guarantee you it doesn't matter if you're 1 year old or 100 years old. It doesn't matter if you're boy, girl, mom, dad, grandma, granddad. It doesn't matter. You're gonna have an absolute blast. And unfortunately for you, that seat you paid for, you're not going to use because you're going to be on your feet going insane.
Nice. It sounds awesome. I'm excited about it. What drivers are going to be in the house?
So I'm going to be there, Ryan Anderson with Son-Uva Digger. My teammate Tyler Meningo with Gravedigger is going to be there. Me and him are number 1 and number 2 in the points right now. And then chasing us down is going to be the local sponsored Lucas Oil Stabilizer. They're going to be there tearing it up. Zombie's going to be there with Barmy Sauer. Colt Stevens is bringing his all brand new Thunder Aurorus truck that's brand new this year. We're going to have Avenger there, the legendary Avenger for many years. And he's got a special body. I don't know if he's even announced anything yet, so I hope I'm not giving up too much of a secret, but he's got a very special body just for Indy. Axe is going to be there, a tribute to the fire departments of all United States. Old Monster Mutt's going to be there, so the ears will be flapping, the tail will be wagging of that big monster truck. And then we have, I'm trying to think of some of the other ones. We have Saigon Shaker, which is Saigon Shaker and Bad Company are the two other ones that are coming, and those guys are coming in hot. They have the highest horsepower trucks in all of Monster Jam, and they are coming in gunning after us for racing. So they're going to be chasing down me and Tyler in the Digger trucks. So those two are going to be ones to watch for sure, especially in the motorsports town of Indy. So those big horsepower trucks are going to be there chasing us down too. So it's going to be it's a 12 truck field stacked with the top notch drivers. It literally is the best of the best. So I can promise you, no matter what, even if somebody has a problem and can't fulfill their run, I can promise you the 11 other ones will absolutely dominate the track.
That is awesome. We are excited about that. And so we're excited about February 4th, 7 p.m., February 5th, 3 p.m. I got those times right, I think.
Yep, that's it.
Awesome. And then what is a pit party?
So the pit party is where we're going to set up the trucks on display on the track. So you're actually going to step foot on the track where we're going to be competing at and get up close and personal with the trucks, meet the drivers. You can talk to us, ask us questions. We'll sign your memorabilia, take pictures, all the cool stuff. And then there's tons of other activations that you can do, family-friendly, kid-friendly, fun stuff to do. So it's just a good time to come there and really awesome to see the trucks up close and personal. One of my personal favorites about it, I'm a gearhead, so I love to come see the trucks up close and personal and check out the differences between them all. But my favorite part is definitely when a child comes in and they've had that Monster Jam toy that they bought from, say, Walmart or Target, and they just love it, their toy monster truck. And then they come to Monster Jam Pit Party and they walk up to the actual version of their truck and they realize, holy cow, this thing is a 12,000-pound monster in real life. So it's as close as you can get to actually meeting a true superhero for the young kids that love monster trucks. So that's my favorite part of the pit party for sure. But it's fun for everybody. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're a gearhead and you like to see the technical side of the trucks, or if you just like to be entertained and see these crazy beasts up close and personal, meet the drivers, ask us questions. It's got a little bit for everybody.
Awesome. So I understand you definitely want to get there early and have a ticket for the pit parties. Those February 4th, 2:30 p.m., February 5th, 11:30 a.m. And like I said, it's always important to have the proper ticketing, but I'm sure you can get that. Where's the best place to get the tickets?
MonsterJam.com. And when you go on there, it'll pop up your closest event, which should be right there in Indy. Go on there and get your tickets, get everything lined up, and it'll have also all the information on there again, just so you can look over the times, the format, and all that good stuff, so you can make sure you're there and doing exactly what you want to do and when you need to do it.
Nice. And then for those fans that can't get there early, do you all offer a post-event meet and greet option?
There is a VIP option. I want to say that's going to be booked at the event. It's a new thing that we're doing. So yeah, when you see us, we're straight out of the truck. We change out of our fire suits. We put on our normal apparel, and we show up to you, and we're more than likely we're still smelling like the truck and sweaty and out of breath. So it's like immediately right after the show, and you can hang out with us. But it's quite the VIP thing. So I think they put a cap on it. I can't remember the number, but I want to say there's a cap on that. So if you're interested, then you might want to get on it pretty quick.
Definitely. And then one of those things that our fans need to do before they go to your event, understand they need to download an app. What is that app?
So there is an app for going around the pit party for the show, making sure your tickets and everything are good, and what the pit party looks like, where the trucks are at, all that good stuff.
Oh, cool. Oh, there might even be more than one then. I was talking about the Judges app.
Oh, that's not an app. That is a website. So when you get there, we will explain at the show. when you get there, there's a website that you're going to be able to go to, judgeszone.com. And when you pop that up, it's a really simple single-page website. You're going to type in your code for Indy, and we will give you that code once the show starts. And you're actually going to be a judge of the competition. So 2 of the 3 competitions are fan judged, 100% by you. So there's no other judge behind the scene, no professional judge, nothing like that. It's strictly on you, the fans. So when we go out and do our skills competition, you give us a score from 0 to 10 on that simple website. And when you submit it, you got to submit it within 30 seconds of our run. Your score will actually will place us in the competition. Same thing for freestyle. So yeah, it's really important for us, for you to get on there and judge us too. So that's, we rely on you. So that's one thing that I make sure I try to do my best at. I'm going to throw you as hard as I can, but at the end of my run, I want you to pull that phone out and give me a score, because I need you to score me to give me the points.
Yeah, I was going to say, shoot, there are so many great things going on at a Monster Jam live event. I mean, they are just so much fun. And like you were saying about how the children, they bring their Spin Master toys that they have, and just seeing the difference between the real one and the toy. Be honest, you collect them, don't you?
Oh, 100%. The problem is that when I have my collector's items, I have now had to raise them higher on the shelf because my son has decided to unbox all of my collector's items. So yeah, I'm down a few. I'm gaining back, but yeah, 100% I collect them. And then, my son has literally hundreds of trucks throughout the house. So yeah, it's there's no doubt about it. I can't go to any big store without making sure to hit the aisle to make sure to look at Spin Master toys, check out which Monster Jam trucks are out right now. And 99% of the time I'm coming home with a couple. I just can't help myself.
Oh, they're so awesome. They're so durable. They're just so much fun. And then, I understand, at the either the pit party or the VIP event, with the autographs, are those your favorite things to sign, or do you have something else that's a favorite thing to sign?
Yeah, between the trucks, and I'll be honest with you, I like to see the Spin Master trucks, the Monster Jam toys, when they got a little chips in the paint, and the axles are bent. Like I know they've been freestyling. They've been tearing up the track with their trucks. So I love seeing that. Our Monster Jam yearbooks, they're also great because there's tons of information in there, and each one of the drivers has a full spread that we can sign. It's really cool. But I'd have to say, between the two, a nice Monster Jam truck, especially when it's got some seasoning to it. One that's been beat up, the paint's chipped a little bit, and you can tell they've been playing with it. That's my favorite.
Exactly. Because, that's what they're there for. They're there to experience. They're there to play. They're there to, live out your dreams. Well, of course, you get to live them out in real life, but for the rest of us, get to live out our dreams of Monster Jam University by playing with the Spin Master vehicles.
That's right. Yeah, and another one, too, is the Monster Jam Steel Titans 2 video game. Oh, man, me and my son tear that thing up. So that's my practice. That's my warm-up, playing Monster Jam Steel Titans 2, and then I'm ready for the show.
Oh, that is an awesome game. And the great thing is it's out on multiple platforms, so our listeners can get that on pretty much any platform they can think of, or at least all the major ones.
Yep.
Now, I know this is kind of an odd one. Where's the best place to get a haircut?
Ooh, man. So I travel a lot. And when I'm bouncing around, it's kind of scary. And also, I'm going to be, in front of thousands of people. A lot of times I'm on TV. I can't have a botched up haircut. So there's one place, man, that I've had the most luck with is Great Clips. So Great Clips they have locations. I can even tell you thousands of locations throughout the United States. So yeah, they're definitely my go-to spot. And I can't say it hurts, but they also have their very own monster truck called Mohawk Warrior. Unfortunately, he's not going to be on our tour this year. He's on my brother's tour that's going to be in Florida this weekend. But yeah, they do actually have a monster truck. So I could say maybe I'm a little skewed, a little weighted, because they are into motorsports. They like monster trucks. So I got to say Great Clips for sure, man, because no matter where you're at, you're going to be able to find a Great Clips. I can promise you it's always going to be a good cut.
Awesome. Ryan, before we let you go, where on social media, where on the web, where can we find out more about Monster Jam? Where can we find out more about you?
So for Monster Jam, everything's monsterjam.com. You go there, you find everything you need about Monster Jam. For me, Ryan Anderson on social media, Son-Uva Digger, SONUVA DIGGER. Son-Uva Digger across all platforms, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all the good stuff. So catch up with me. Actually, that's what we're doing right now. You hear that, maybe hear that in the background. We're actually filming for YouTube right this minute. So getting some cool content out there of the craziness that we do off the Monster Jam track as well. So be sure to link up on that as well.
Awesome. Thank you for joining us.
Yep, thank you.
Appliance Factory and Mattress Kingdom has products in stock and available to take home today. With 5 stores and almost 40 years in business, they are Ohio's appliance experts, and they help you to get the right product at the right price with a huge inventory. You can save 30 to 60% every day on everything from Bosch and Viking to LG, GE, and KitchenAid at unbeatable savings and in stock. Plus, Mattress Kingdom inside Appliance Factory has everything from Tempur-Pedic and Sealy, Stearns & Foster, and DreamCloud mattresses in stock. Stop by any one of Appliance Factory and Mattress Kingdom's 5 Ohio locations today or visit online at appliancefactory.com.
Good morning, Dreamhouse Nation. James Lewis of TDH. Joining us today is the Dreamhouse champion, Icon Lee. He is the Dreamhouse champion of Cincy Wrestling. Champ, thank you for joining us today.
Always a pleasure. And you know, Cincy Wrestling is the #1 promotion in our city of Cincinnati.
I agree with you 100%. It's a great promotion. There are a lot of great things going on with it. Except for the weird thing is, Cincinnati Wrestling is going to invade Jefferson, Indiana, February 9th, March 10th. Why is it leaving Cincy? Why is it going out and invading other places?
You see, it's always wise for the wolf to venture away from his lair. So that's exactly what I'm supposed to think Cincy Wrestling is currently doing. They're just venturing out to different pastures. It's always good to move. It's always good to travel. That's how you grow your brand in different markets, different cities and states. So I look at it as a great opportunity to show the Indiana Jeffersonville sheep, aka fans, exactly what Cincy Wrestling has to bring to the table.
Nice. So where in Jefferson, Indiana is the event going to be held?
It's going to be held at the legendary arena. It's owned by Too Tough Tony, who's a wonderful person, and he's opening the doors for us to come on in and put on a great event.
Awesome. Now, of course, there are other matches, but in my opinion, the main match, the best match, is the Dreamhouse champion, Icon Lee versus Gaston Leroux. Tell us about that match.
Well, as we all know, Gaston he's out there being very vocal. He's having his matches, his bouts. But the thing is, he crossed the line with his promo about a month ago when he came out with it, basically criticizing me at the harshest time that he could possibly do that. I was in a battle with Sexy J, and here this guy comes out of nowhere talking a bunch of lies and misguiding my sheep, making them think that he's really a threat. And now I'll give him his credit. He's good on social media. He's a technician in the ring. He's really sound. He's great competition. But the one mistake he did was calling me out in such a negative way. So what I have planned for Pig Boy, a.k.a. Gaston Leroux, will be a promo that's going to end all doubt when it comes to him and me. And March 10th, I just plan on defeating him within my domain and proving once again that I am the most relevant, qualified champion in Cincy Wrestling.
That is awesome. We are excited about that, and we're excited about a bunch of other great things. The main event, the champion Carson Drake with Omega is going to be fighting Matt Diesel and Dan Severn. Give us a little bit of insight into that.
Well, Dan, he's pretty new. I do know Carson Drake. He is a genius. He's very good at marketing his matches. He's very good at producing great matches. I would say he's a great champion. He's not the longest reigning champion at Cincy Wrestling, but he is a great heavyweight champion. And I have no doubt that he will defeat that Matt Dan, or whatever his name is. Carson Drake is the only name that you should be concerned with if you're a fan of that match.
Nice.
Yeah, nothing but good things to say about Carson.
And then, of course, his assistant, his sidekick, Omega, he has a match against Party Mike and Blake Money Wright.
Nice. You want me to tell you something about that match, huh? The only thing these sheep need to be interested in is my match, my moment, because I am Icon. And at the end of the day, I'm the star. of Cincy Wrestling. And so here's the thing. Now, let's go back to Carson Drake. Since I'm the star, I think I should be in the ring with Carson Drake. I think Icon Lee versus Carson Drake should be the next match booked when we return to Cincinnati, Ohio. I think that's what's best for Cincy Wrestling.
I agree with you. I love that idea. I think that would be phenomenal. Both of you are world-class athletes, and I think that would make a great match.
It's a money match.
I'm thinking, though, the only reason why they won't do that is because then instead of having two great matches, your match and his match, it's one super match. So I'm thinking they'd rather have two great matches. That's my theory.
Well, that just keeps me away from the Cincinnati Heavyweight Championship. I don't like that theory or idea. Maybe I need to get David Barnabas Spector to talk to the promoter, the pencil, and get what I want done.
I agree with you. That sounds like a great plan. And hopefully he'll be in your corner again at this event.
Could you imagine, James, the Dreamhouse champion combining the Cincy Wrestling Heavyweight Championship? I'd be unstoppable. I'd be like Thanos. I'd have all the rings. I'd have all the power within my domain.
Nice. There are a couple more titles out there. I was going to say there's the tag titles, which GKFAM versus the Soul Shooters. Any opinions on that match?
I think it's going to be hard-hitting. I'm a fan of both teams. I do know that GFKM, his partner had a little trouble, a little injury or something like that. He's gone, so he's been fighting the battles on his own. I do believe that he is a very, very humble and powerful tag team champion. And like I said, I only wish the best for that match.
Nice. And then another belt that, I don't know, you're so muscular, I don't know if you're eligible for, but Cruiserweight, are you still under that mark?
Of course. I mean, I can go for any title. That's the beauty of being 165 plus pounds and having muscle. You see, the muscle is the heavyweight within me, and the size qualifies me to basically wrestle in any weight class that I so choose fit.
Yeah, because they're going to be fighting for the first Cruiserweight Championship. Avery Hertz and Bernard Bates. Any opinions on that?
I have a goal and a dream of basically combining the Dreamhouse Championship with any available Cincy Wrestling Championship that I can get my hands on.
I agree with you. I think that would be phenomenal. And then there are some other great matches in the lineup. There's the Madman Pongo match. There is the...
Pongo's a good guy. He's a very good man.
Oh, definitely. I mean, he's a legend. He's an icon in hardcore wrestling. I mean, he's somebody I wouldn't want to have to go up against with that crazy bat with the blade on it.
Yes, indeed.
And then, of course, somebody you're very familiar with, Adam Rorges. He's got a match against Jake Shepard.
Oh, we put an end to his story several months ago, so I don't have anything to say about Adam. He's in the past.
Well, champ, it seems like there's going to be a lot of great things. Friday night, March 10th, Jeffersonville, Indiana. Before we let you go, do you have any final thoughts where we can find out more about you on social media and the web?
I was just about to get to that one. As always, follow your loyal and most humbled icon at Icon Lee on all social media. That's all you got to type in. It's Icon Lee. And I'll pop up on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and, of course, Facebook. And as always, I'm always representing Dreamhouse and everything that they represent. And I'm their most relevant champion in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Sounds great. Thank you for joining us, champ.
Yes, sir. Anytime, James.
Appliance Factory and Mattress Kingdom has products in stock and available to take home today. With 5 stores and almost 40 years in business, they are Ohio's appliance experts, and they help you to get the right product at the right price with a huge inventory. You can save 30 to 60% every day on everything from Bosch and Viking to LG, GE, and KitchenAid at unbeatable savings and in stock. Plus, Mattress Kingdom inside Appliance Factory has everything from Tempur-Pedic and Sealy, Stearns & Foster, and Dream Cloud mattresses in stock. Stop by any one of Appliance Factory and Mattress Kingdom's 5 Ohio locations today or visit online at appliancefactory.com.
Good morning, Dreamhouse Nation. James Lewis of TDH. Joining us today from Major League Cornhole is Tyler Scott. Tyler, thank you for joining us today.
Hey, thank you for having me. It's I love to come on these shows, and I love to talk about the league.
So, what is MLC? What is Major League Cornhole?
So Major League Cornhole is the brand new team-based league for cornhole. It's a professional league. centered around having regionally based teams in a franchise fashion. So very similar to the NFL, the NBA, the NHL, having regionally based teams is something that I believe the cornhole industry is moving towards. And that's why we based our league around it.
That is awesome. So that definitely sounds like that's going to strengthen the fan base. That's going to give people somebody to root for and support. Because, I mean, just going out and having random people playing, it doesn't really do much for me. But for the fact that if I could root for my hometown team, I think that would really mean a lot.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, that's the idea behind it. That's the base idea behind it. Is by creating relatability in markets, we can grow the sport past what it currently is. I mean, when you look at any team sports, they outdo individual sports, by tenfold, right? And that's because if I can have a jersey, right? If I can have, just like you said, if I can have those regionally based teams. If I'm from Ohio, we have an Ohio team. Man, I love Ohio. Let's go Ohio. And I'm a cornhole fan. Even if I watch it in the bar, imagine you're sitting in a bar and you're watching cornhole on TV, and there's no teams. It's just random players, like you said, going up there playing. And if they go up there, you don't really care who wins. You might enjoy watching them play because they're really good, but, there's no relatability there. But if you strike an Ohio jersey on them or a Florida jersey on them, well, now if you're from one of those states, now you might care a little bit. So there's a little bit more interest, and there's a lot more movement going on in the industry now because of it.
So how did it all get started?
Absolutely. So the idea came... Well, it's been one of those ideas that people have floated around for a long time, teams in cornhole. And it's just, how did we do teams? How did you do it like tennis? Did you do it the best of five, best 3 of 5? How did we do this, right? Did you do a best of 7? I've seen other leagues do the best of 7 and they do money games. There is just no interest there. But by creating, but the MLC did, we created a set of rules that incorporates double teams, 2 double teams, 3 singles players, and then an air mount shootout at the end. And what we did was we created an escalation of tension in the match. So, for example, in there's 6 periods. There is 5 games and an air mount shootout in the 6th period. Game 1 and 2 are doubles games. 3, 4, and 5 are singles games. Now, in these games, game 1 is worth 2 match points, and then game 5 is worth 6 match points. So it escalates in match value. That way there's an escalation of tension. People keep watching. People want to keep watching. And it's not over if you win the first 3 out of 5 games. It goes all the way to the end. The game is you have to get to 21 match points, even if, let's say, Ohio versus Florida. I'm just saying. If Ohio wins all 5 first games, it's still 20-0. You still have to go to the air mail shootout. It's like being down 42-0 in the 4th quarter. Is it impossible? No. Is it likely? Is it impossible? No. Is it likely? Also no. So, but there is that chance for big comebacks. Like we watched the Minnesota Vikings do the biggest comeback in NFL history this year on the Indianapolis Colts. Down, what was it? I believe like 36-0 at half. Nobody was going to come back from that, but they did, and that's the same aspect that we're bringing to cornhole.
Wow, that sounds phenomenal. The level of competition, the level of intensity, that just sounds great. So what's the big thing that's going to happen on April 1st?
So April 1st was our original launch date. We're now looking at launching our league in May. As all new leagues go, there are delays, there are processes. And then we need to give our league and our team time to make sure they are set up properly and do what they need to do. And then the signing process, legalities, everything takes a little bit more time, so we actually pushed it back. So in May, we will launch our first match in the season, and then all of our matches will be consecutive. So we're looking at a 14-week season year 1 and an 18-week season year 2, and then that's what we're looking at. So you'll have, for example, let's go back to the example Ohio versus Florida. You might have Florida traveling to Ohio and having a home match. And then everybody in Ohio can participate in minor league events. We have a minor league system in which people will come out and, you guys can, for example, if you want to go to an Ohio match and you're in Ohio, you have the opportunity to play in competitive singles. You have the opportunity to play in social doubles, you and your friends, a little less stress. You have the opportunity to see vendors. You have the opportunity to see sponsors. I mean, you have the opportunity to see the players and then have a great day. We're making a whole day event of it. And then leading up to the final match where you're seeing the pros match off. And if we can get some production going and some streaming going, we'll do that as well.
Wow. I mean, it sounds fun. It sounds interactive. It sounds like a great experience.
Yeah, and that's what we're selling here. That's what we're doing here. So, I have some good friends over at the MLP Major League Pickleball. They did something very similar. They took pickleball, which was a singles and doubles sport, and they have a love for the sport. You got to have a love for the sport. That's the base, common interest level. And then what they did was I go to their event in Columbus, and they're throwing T-shirts in the crowd. They have music going. It's an amazing time when you walk out onto an NFL game. You have constant music getting you pumped up. You have constant energy. It's all about the energy of these events, and I think that's what Cornhole's been missing. We're going to have a lot of energy. Unlike other tournament-based leagues, we're going to allow you guys to buy foam fingers. Buy foam fingers. Be in the crowd. Scream for your your team, or try to get the other opponent to miss. That's what they have in basketball. That's what they have in football. That's what we're going to have in the MLC. It's going to be about the fans. It's going to be about the experience, and it's going to be about the game overall, those big moments, and feeling those big moments as best we can.
That sounds awesome. You got me so excited. I want to own my own franchise. How can the Dream House Nation become owners of an MLC franchise?
So in order to own a franchise, there are a few requirements. And then there's also a few steps that everybody has to go through. Now, in order to understand if you want a franchise, you have to first understand what the franchise is. The NFL has what we call, you would call the Bengals a franchise, correct, James?
Yes.
Yeah, but they're, in a sense, are not a franchise by attorney law. They are their own companies. They're a part of the NFL membership. And then when you look at what we did, we took the McDonald's model. We took the Wendy's model. We took the Applebee's, the Golden Corral. We took that same franchise model and we morphed it and applied it to the sport of cornhole, to the league setting, to sports, which is a completely revolutionary thing. And I want to thank Spadia Lignana, our law office who helped us do this out of Philadelphia. Fantastic franchise attorneys from start to finish, just amazing people. So then, but what you need to understand is when you buy into this is not just buying a team and all that stuff. You are buying a franchise. You are actually buying a franchise. So you're buying into the league, and the league is buying into you. So what the franchise looks like. So to answer your question, if you want to do it, you got to reach out to us. You got to say, hey, I want a franchise. We give teams the entire state. So, for example, if you want a franchise out of Tennessee, which there is availability in Tennessee and Kentucky right now, you can go and say, hey, I want a team out of there. And the reason we give you the whole state is because you're going to sell products. We want regionally based teams. We want Kentucky, Stallions. We want Tennessee Mountaineer or Outdoorsman or whatever it is. That's what we want to see. We want to be able to have products and relatability on the state level and regional level the best we can. So what the franchise fee is, there is a $100,000 franchise fee that you go into, and it pays for your website, your product design, your product distribution agreements. It pays for the staff on the corporate level to get you started. It gets everybody started from start to finish, from the day you sign all the way to day one when you're recruiting players and you got signed players and you're having your first event. And we help you every step of the process. We help you get sponsors. We help you get your product off the ground. We help you get your brand and image. We know the cornhole industry. That's what we're here to do. That's what we're here to make it happen. And we're excited. We're excited. And I'll talk all day, James, so stop me whenever.
Okay. So it sounds like we're looking at 16 teams and 2 conferences. Is that correct?
Yeah, by year 2. So year 1, we're at 8 teams and 2 divisions. So this is there's a 3-year growth pattern. We have year 1 at 8 teams, 2 divisions, the Northern and Southern Division, Texas and East. So if you are out in California, you're out in New Mexico, you're out in Nevada, you're out in Colorado, you will have to buy in for year 2. And the reason is for travel expenses. As a new league, if we have scattered teams, if we have a California team and a New York team, well, then the travel expenses just quadrupled, right? So we want to keep things a little bit lower cost. So everything will be Texas and East. year one, and that's 8 teams. That's 4 teams in the Northern Division, 4 teams in the Southern Division is how we work in the South. And then year 2, we'll grow to 16 teams at 4 divisions, a Northeast Division, a Northwest Division, a Southeast Division, and a Southwest Division. And then and each one of those divisions will have 4 teams apiece. And then by year 3, we will grow to 28 teams, and that will be our max. The divisions and conferences won't change. There'll be a Western Conference and an Eastern Conference. And then, except for every division, we'll then have 7 teams instead of 4. And by year 3, the top 2 teams of every division will essentially go to the playoffs. And we will have a playoff, and we're going to have a championship, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Here's what I can tell you, is that year 1's championship will be in Philadelphia.
Ooh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. So it sounds like there's a lot of great things going on with Major League Cornhole. Sounds like there's a lot of opportunities for the more advanced players to potentially join the league, and for those who are starting out to work their way up. So it sounds like there's all kinds of great growth opportunity.
Absolutely, and there's a lot of differences, right? And I know we have a short time slot, and I'd love to get everything I can in. So for players, what's the incentive for players? Well, the players, by creating regionally based teams that are actual franchises with team owners that can now market to not just national sponsors, but regional sponsors, what you allow for is more revenue growth, more abilities, more avenues of revenue. And by creating more avenues of revenue for teams, you can now pay players win or lose. So if I'm a player and I want to go into a tournament, a competitive tournament or advanced tournament, then I have to beat out 200 other players. And, and if I don't take in the top 16, then I don't make any money. And even if I do, I traveled for this thing, and unless I'm really in the top 5, I didn't make any profit. And that's the issue that this industry has been having. And the tournament-based model is just not – it only benefits the top 8 to 10% of the league. That's the truth of the matter. And then and that includes sponsorships as well. But when you have a team and you say, all right, you come and you make it on this team, you go to a regionally based combine and you make it on this team, then boom, you're now guaranteed to get paid by the position you play on. So if you play in the number 1 single spot, you're going to be the number 1 paid player on that team, just like every other sport out there. Tom Brady, when he loses and he has a losing season and still makes the playoffs, he still gets paid win or lose. And that's how everybody else works. That's how cornhole is going to work.
That is awesome. So it sounds like you're really supportive of your athletes. So before we let you go, Tyler, where on social media, where on the web, where can we find out more about Major League Cornhole?
Oh, absolutely. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Instagram. Find us on our website. Look at our products. Go and support us. Purchase some products. Test it out for yourself. These are major league quality products. The stuff you're not going to get at Walmart. The stuff you're not going to get at your local sporting store. This is quality stuff. And what you're going to want to do is that's at www.mlcornhole.com. So that's www, M as in Mike, L as in Lima, cornhole.com. And you go check us out. You'll see all of our news go from there. We give a lot of updates on our social media, so please go to our Facebook. It's rapidly growing. We give product giveaways. We give out news. We get a lot of supporting companies. If you want to be a company that partners with us, let us know. We are adaptable. We want everything to grow, and we're just moving faster than I ever imagined, and it's just an amazing ride so far.
Sounds great. It's been a pleasure having you on the show today.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, James.
Appliance Factory in Mattress Kingdom has products in stock and available to take home today. With 5 stores and almost 40 years in business, they are Ohio's appliance experts, and they help you to get the right product at the right price with a huge inventory. You can save 30 to 60% every day on everything from Bosch and Viking to LG, GE, and KitchenAid at unbeatable savings and in stock. Plus, Mattress Kingdom inside Appliance Factory has everything from Tempur-Pedic and Sealy, Stearns & Foster, and DreamCloud mattresses in stock. Stop by any one of Appliance Factory and Mattress Kingdom's 5 Ohio locations today, or visit online at appliancefactory.com.
Good morning, Dreamhouse Nation. James Lewis of TDH joining us today from Red Pocket is the CEO, Josh Gordon. Josh, thank you for joining us today.
Hi, James. Thank you so much for having me. It's great to be here.
So what is Red Pocket?
Red Pocket Mobile is an alternative wireless operator. The way I usually describe it is I say, you know how most people hate their big wireless carrier because they pay them too much money for lousy customer service? With Red Pocket Mobile, yeah, right? Most people are nodding their heads at this point because most people do hate their big wireless carrier. With Red Pocket Mobile, you get the exact same coverage with better customer service and at a lower price. That's what we do. So we sell the towers of the big major, the network operators, but we put our own customer service on it and we set our own pricing, which is nearly always far below what folks pay full retail to the big brand names in wireless for.
Sounds great. How did it all get started?
So I started this business going on 16 years ago now, when I was actually a graduate student. I was at law school and I did not want to be an attorney. And I had worked in the telecom space before. And 16 years ago was sort of the early days of being able to start a company and get an agreement with a big wireless network operator to resell their towers, to resell their service, but under your own brand name and rate plan. And it was a cutting edge sort of thing to do at the time. But I was able to convince a large carrier at the time to give me one of these contracts. And I started it, frankly, as a test to see if it would work or not. And boy, did it ever. It worked. And here we are 16 years later.
So where's the name come from?
So when we first launched the company, Red Pocket Mobile, we were focused. I was looking for opportunities to better serve Americans that weren't being properly served by the big brands. And at the time, there was a lot of folks that were talking about different ethnic markets in the United States. So there was a lot of talk about how the Spanish-speaking market wasn't being properly served. And so there were some startups that were trying to serve that market. I did some research and found that after the Spanish market, the number 3 language in this country is Chinese. And nobody was focusing on that. So I decided to make this deal with a large network operator to help them focus on the Chinese American market, folks that spoke Chinese at home. And so we named the company Red Pocket Mobile because it's named after actually a Chinese expression. It's the same as Red Envelope, which is a catalog company that you might have heard of. It comes from the red envelopes that folks from any East Asian background will exchange during Lunar New Year, just right around this time of year. And it sort of signifies prosperity and family and good fortune. It's sort of like saying Christmas tree telecom.
Oh, nice.
So that's what. Yeah, and so we focus on much more of a mainstream demographic these days, and have for the past 10 years, because the value that we offer is pretty remarkable, and so it resonated well beyond the Chinese American segment. So yeah, about a decade ago we went mainstream, but we still kept the name because it keeps us in touch with our roots, and it's kind of a nice reminder of where we came from and what we stand for.
What separates you from other phone companies?
Well, we are quite unique in the fact that we offer people the ability to choose which network they want to be on, which major wireless network they want to be on. So if you're on Cricket, or if you're on Metro PCS, or if you're on Verizon or AT&T, they're only going to sell you on their network. And which network coverage you get is really dependent on where you live and where you travel to. For some people, they want to be on the Verizon network. For some people, they want to be on the AT&T network. For some people, even the T-Mobile network will work best. But the other carriers won't tell you that. For us, we give people the ability to choose which of the major wireless networks they want to be on. And they can even switch if they want to see if they get better coverage. So we really do what's in the best interest of our customer to get them the wireless network coverage that they want and that will work best for them.
What's the best way for the Dreamhouse Nation to contact Red Pocket?
Well, the best way is to go to our website. It's redpocket.com. There's lots of information there. We are sold in every Target store around the country. So you can always pop into your local Target and buy a Red Pocket Mobile Starter Kit. But if you go to our website, that's the easiest way. You can also go to our socials. We're on all the social media websites, from Instagram to Facebook. Now even TikTok. So there's lots of information, and we make ourselves quite available. And you can also give us a call, or you can chat with us right from our website.
So how is Red Pocket helping those families that are struggling through the recession?
Well, listen, everybody needs wireless service these days, right? Frankly, every man, woman, and teenager has wireless service. It's become a staple of everyday life today. Helping people save money and at the same time get better customer service in the process of getting this necessity of this utility is something that really helps a lot of folks in need. And frankly, a lot of people still don't know that they're able to get wireless service with the exact same coverage, but better customer service at a lower price. And so the savings that switching to Red Pocket Mobile can generate are quite substantial for people.
I'm impressed that you're able to do all those keeps. Keep your phone number, and keep your network. I mean, that is just phenomenal. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, thank you. Sure. So the majority of our customers today actually have iPhones. So whatever phone you have, as long as it's a phone that works on a major wireless carrier, you can use it with Red Pocket. You can absolutely keep your phone number. It's a quick and simple process to port your number over from your old service provider to Red Pocket Mobile. And of course, if you want a new phone or a new phone number, we can get that for you. But the majority of people, and we encourage people to keep their phone and keep their phone number. So really, all they experience is better customer service and they get a lower price.
Oh, wow. I mean, that sounds awesome. So tell us a little bit more about that custom service. Tell us about that intimate customer experience.
Sure. So listen, we take our customer service very seriously, and we've got a lot of customers these days. And we've managed to scale our customer service operation in a way that still keeps that intimate connection with our customers, that we really try to understand where they're coming from. Because switching a wireless service, while it makes all the rational sense in the world, right? You get the same coverage, you save money with Red Pocket Mobile. It's still a scary thing. It's still a scary thing to switch your wireless company because people worry, oh, will I lose coverage? Will I get the same coverage? I can't be without my phone. And that's all true. And our customer folks know that. So they're really trained constantly to walk people through this process in as easy and as uncomplicated a way as we possibly can.
Now, of course, the thing our Dreamhouse Nation loves to hearing about is savings. What is the average yearly customer savings?
Well, say the typical person spends about $80 a month on a single line with a major wireless carrier. Our typical plan is $30. That's $50 a month, $600 a year in savings, and some folks save even more. And you asked earlier about how we at Red Pocket are helping folks who are struggling. I would be remiss if I didn't mention that Red Pocket Mobile is also a designated provider of the Affordable Connectivity Program. So for folks that are really struggling, that qualify for any other federal benefit, like SNAP or Section 8 housing, or even students with a Pell Grant, we're actually able to get wireless service to those folks for free, one per household.
Oh, wow. That is phenomenal that y'all are able to do that and help and give back to the community like that.
It's really important to us, and it's fundamental to our mission of enabling people to realize savings at a lower price or even for free, and so they can live a better life and still get better customer service than they get today.
Well, it sounds like Red Pocket's the way to go. Before we let you go, where on social media, where on the web, where can we find out more about Red Pocket Mobile?
Sure. Well, certainly starting at redpocket.com, redpocket.com is a great place to start. You could also go to our Facebook page, look it up on Facebook at Red Pocket Mobile, also on Instagram, we're at Red Pocket Mobile, now on TikTok at Red Pocket Mobile, go to youtube.com/Red Pocket Mobile. We're all over the place. You'll also see national TV commercials airing these days. So we encourage you to go to your social media of choice, find us there. You can even engage with us on all this on various socials. Respond very quickly, whether it's on Facebook or Instagram or now even TikTok. Or certainly go to our website at redpocket.com and chat with us there, or give us a call at 888-993-3888.
Awesome. Well, Josh, it's been a pleasure having you on the show today.
Thanks so much for having me. Really enjoyed it.
Appliance Factory and Mattress Kingdom has products in stock and available to take home today. With 5 stores and almost 40 years in business, they are Ohio's appliance experts, and they help you to get the right product at the right price with a huge inventory. You can save 30 to 60% every day on everything from Bosch and Viking to LG, GE, and KitchenAid at unbeatable savings and in stock. Plus, Mattress Kingdom inside Appliance Factory has everything from Tempur-Pedic and Sealy, Stearns & Foster, and DreamCloud mattresses in stock. Stop by any one of Appliance Factory and Mattress Kingdom's 5 Ohio locations today, or visit online at appliancefactory.com.
Good morning, Dreamhouse Nation. James Lewis of TDH. Joining us today from NurArt is Fernando Ramos. Fernando, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone.
We're excited about having you on the show, but before we start the interview, we're going to do our listeners' favorite thing, which is give out our email address. It's dreamhousenation@gmail.com. That's dreamhousenation@gmail.com. And the reason why we do that is so our listeners can write in to win prizes. So we're excited about having you on. tell us, what is NurArt?
So NurArt is a brand that offers clothing and accessories for the medical and healthcare industry. It started as a way to provide comfortable and stylish clothing options for the healthcare professional. We are starting with nurses right now, but we are looking forward to expand to all healthcare professionals.
So how did it get started?
So we started years ago, back in 2017. But now in 2022, we had a clear idea of how we can make it happen. Here we are trying to get from different places around the U.S. Worldwide.
I was going to say, we had a medical professional on a while back, the lead singer of Buck Cherry, when he wasn't doing music. He became a phlebotomist. Like, he just decided that was something he wanted to do to help out during all the stuff that was going on over the last couple of years.
Yeah, exactly. Our group, we are RN, we are registered nurse. So now we are trying to do something different, but, staying in the medical field.
Definitely. Yeah, I was going to say, we really appreciate the people in the medical field and all the great things they do for us on a daily basis.
Yeah, exactly. They do a hard work. We do a hard work every day with patients. So back in 2020 with the COVID, and sometime now it's hard, but we're still here working hard,
Definitely. So what separates your company from others?
So what separates us from the competition is we focus to provide a high quality, comfortable clothing that is both functional and stylish, so you can use it at work and also you can use it outside of work. The brand also places an emphasis on supporting the healthcare community. And also we are planning, that's something we are planning, is to support students back in Puerto Rico, where we was born and raised there in Puerto Rico, to help people with the college.
Nice. So what is the best way for the Dream House Nation to contact you?
So the best way for the Dream House Nation to contact NurArt is through our brand website, and also they can contact us via phone number or email. I don't know if I can share the phone number with
definitely.
You here.
Feel free to.
Yeah. So our phone number is 787-412-5641. And also the page and the website people can access is, let me double check here. I don't want to send you the wrong one. Let me see. NUR shipping. That NUR that shipping. That's the website. Sorry.
No worries. It's all good.
Yeah.
So, I understand.
Yeah, you don't need to put that common nothing. You just type NUR that shipping. Awesome. And that send you direct to the page. Our page, yeah.
I understand you offer both clothing for men and women. Is that correct?
Yeah, so we provide for both for women and men, and also we offer different sizes, like from extra small to 3 extra large. So we offer different sizes and we offer from different genders.
Nice. Well, that's good that you give a wide variety of options. What are some of your most popular items?
So right now, we have the nurse collection where we have a scrub. They're personalized scrub with customized design. And I think this is one of the most popular items we have right now.
Nice.
Our customized designs, yeah.
Awesome. And I thought this was an interesting one when I saw it on the website. Is it correct that you accept crypto as a form of payment?
Yeah, that's correct. So we believe in the future. We believe in the technology. We accept crypto payment via Coinbase right now. Coinbase is a really easy application. You can follow the steps in our page. And right now we are accepting Bitcoin, Ethereum. That's the only two we are accepting right now. So Bitcoin and Ethereum.
What are some of the exciting items that you have planned for 2023?
So we are going to still with our customized scrub. We are doing like hoodies, t-shirts, and we are also expanding not just for the medical field. Now we want to expand like for all people, like patient or something. Like we have our like digital blood pressure cuff, so you can check your blood pressure in the morning. And also we have like the glucometer. So if you want to check your sugar, you can get that product in our page.
Nice.
So we are trying to expand more.
So it sounds like you have several great options.
Yes, that's true. We have a lot of different options. Yes.
On your Facebook, I saw this really neat quote, and I like it, and I want to get your interpretation behind it. It says, "No matter how you feel, get up, dress up, show up, and never give up." Tell us a little bit about that quote.
Yeah, so back in 2017, everyone, my friends, we was back in Puerto Rico, and we get this hurricane called Maria. I don't know if you heard about that, right? So we loved our job there back in 2017. And so we decided to move forward. Like I started doing travel nursing here in the mainland in the United States. I've been in different states. I've been in New Mexico. I've been in Idaho. Right now I am in Washington State. Spokane is where I am located right now. And that's the reason we use that quote. Like, you never supposed to give up. You need to dress up, show up, and keep going. And that's the reason we are here.
Nice. I love that positive attitude.
Yes.
So it sounds like there are a lot of great things from NurArt that would be perfect for our listeners. Before we let you go, where on social media, where on the web, where can we find out more?
Yeah. So in the web, you can look up on Instagram. It's NurArt, NurArt. Also on Facebook is the same. NurArt is NurArt. NurArt.
Awesome. Well, Fernando, it has been a pleasure having you on the show today, and we look forward to our listeners following up with you and taking advantage of all the great opportunities and all the great products that are on your website.
Perfect. Thank you a lot. I appreciate that.
Appliance Factory and Mattress Kingdom has products in stock and available to take home today. With 5 stores and almost 40 years in business, they are Ohio's appliance experts, and they help you to get the right product at the right price with a huge inventory. You can save 30 to 60% every day on everything from Bosch and Viking to LG, GE, and KitchenAid at unbeatable savings and in stock. Plus, Mattress Kingdom inside Appliance Factory has everything from Tempur-Pedic and Sealy, Stearns & Foster, and DreamCloud mattresses in stock. Stop by any one of Appliance Factory and Mattress Kingdom's 5 Ohio locations today, or visit online at appliancefactory.com.
This has been James Lewis of This Dream House, the show that is all about the house. Thank you for listening to us this week. We hope you tune in again next week.